Before I get started with this particular discussion today, check out my particular Super Mario Sunshine gameplay. You guys can check out a little bit of the footage behind me. But with that said, let's get started with the discussion today. And the discussion today is basically Luigi's Mansion. If you guys watched the current or the latest Nintendo Direct presentation, Luigi's Mansion was in there. And I thought when I heard people saying, oh, Luigi's Mansion's getting remade, I thought, holy shit, the Switch is getting Luigi's Mansion? The GameCube version of a game that I fucking loved as a kid is coming over to the Switch? Oh god, like, this is going to be so great. We're going to have so many extra textures. The graphics are going to be awesome. And then I looked and it's coming out for the 3DS. Now, I'm not arguing that the 3DS is a bad particular platform to bring this to. That's not what I'm arguing here. I just think it's the wrong platform to bring it to when they have a more capable system in front of me that can actually frickin' play the game at better resolution than the GameCube could put out and make textures that looked really grainy and stuff even look better. But because the 3DS has so many little limitations, it's going to have to scale back on the GameCube version. So people are going to definitely say that the GameCube version definitely looks better, and if you want the console experience, go with the frickin' GameCube version. But with the Switch, you could say, hey, you're going to get the mobile version of the game, and you can also get the console version of the game through the dock. So this is where I'm arguing that the Switch is just a better platform to bring this on. And plus, because the Switch actually has proper dual analog sticks, the game's going to play so much better on this system than the 3DS. The 3DS technically does have two particular analog switches, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is a real pain in the ass to play any kind of games on that involve dual analog sticks. Now, Majora's Mask, which I actually have in front of me right here, does play okay with the analog circle pad nub. But when you start getting into games like Resident Evil Regulations, this thing fucking sucks. And because the Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube relies so much on the C-Stick, I'm thinking this thing's going to be a real pain in the ass to play Luigi's Mansion on. Plus, it doesn't support, analog buttons like the GameCube did, and there were some special abilities that you could do, which I understand the Switch doesn't support them either, but they could get around that by, using some extra switches. The reason why I'm arguing that against I guess the new 3DS also has them too, but the old 3DS doesn't. So Nintendo has to figure out how to get the old 3DS to work correctly with the game because of the limitation of not even having a second circle pad. Now, I realize that the old 3DS definitely does have the add-on, but I believe that it's not going to work, and here's why. Once they actually start using the second circle pad add-on to the old 3DS, it takes about 20% of the power away. Now, Majora's Mask, I don't think I could actually, I'm pretty sure I tested this once, does work with the add-on, and even with the new 3DS's built-in one, but it starts to wonder how much power can they afford to take away from Luigi's Mansion from working correctly. So there's a lot of limitations with the 3DS, and there's a lot of things Nintendo's going to have to figure out how to get correct in the old 3DS and even in the new 3DS, where the Switch, it's all fucking standard. It comes with 2 second circle pads, so it wouldn't be that hard to get the Switch working correctly with Luigi's Mansion, because again, this is all particularly standard in the Switch. Maybe I should get back on topic, but 3DS is not the right platform. If this would have happened 2 years ago, or even 3, I would have been on the board, I would have been on the bandwagon of Luigi's Mansion coming to the 3DS, because the Switch wouldn't have been out, and it would be a good way to get some attention towards Luigi's Mansion again. But this particular route, launching, Luigi's Mansion in 2019, or wherever it's actually coming out, isn't the right move. How long is Nintendo going to keep this system going until they fully go after this system? This system, I would argue, is the better system. Actually, I wouldn't even have to argue it. It is the better system. To see Nintendo coming out and saying, yeah, we're still supporting this system, when this system is more capable than this system, doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm going to bring out a separate video outlining pretty much what I said in this video about Nintendo just needs to cut this damn system out and fully focus on this. Nintendo basically said, yeah, we're bringing out a Switch that's mobile and also a home console because we want to focus on both markets. But what the particular message I'm getting from Nintendo right now is that they don't want to focus this system on mobile because this system's still in circulation. If Nintendo would cut this system from circulation, I guarantee it that Nintendo would sell more Switches. Because the people would be like, oh no, the 3DS is gone, time to go do an upgrade. And this would sell more Switches in that, my personal opinion. Not really much more I can really say, guys. I'm a little disappointed, again, Luigi's Mansion is not coming to this system. But maybe Nintendo will surprise me and bring Luigi's Mansion in a year or two to the particular Switch. Maybe they'll bring Dark Moon as well. But it's hard to say. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? A lot of people were really angry last time when I said that Mario Party, the top 100, should come to the Switch, not the 3DS. And this video kind of outlines the same thing. And it's actually funny. Reviewers were actually saying the exact same thing. The Switch should have gotten Mario Party, the top 100, because of dual analog sticks, having the ability to feel if you're blowing on the screen. Well, not the ability to feel that, but the ability to hear that. And having actually being able to put the game on a big screen and play with multiple people with a controller really was the better way to go. I'm curious to see what the Switch has coming, but currently Nintendo still doesn't want to focus on the Switch 100%, and that's a little bit of a disturbing problem for me.